What's going on, people? So I just finished that live that I mentioned in the previous video, right? And you know what? I said it was probably going to be fantastic, and it was. It was actually better than fantastic. There was all kinds of people coming through that I didn't expect, which was awesome. 5 Minute Sneaker TV jumped in there, so that was a huge surprise to me and a lot of people. So overall, it was a good time. Had a rotating panel, as I tend to do, and overall, I'm thinking that hopefully I get to see a lot of those people again, do this a little more often, because I didn't really think much of the lives originally. I thought, like, why do people do this? But now I kind of get it. It's pretty entertaining, you know, especially in a time like this when being social has limitations. But if you happen to see that video, you probably also saw that it went for like 4 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. And so if you're thinking like, after sitting there, like, do you really feel like making another review and sitting back down? Like, no, I do not. But I said I was going to do it, and I want to do it so I can get this out of the way, get it on out there to you guys. Probably, we'll call it 75 to 130 people that might watch this video. You don't go realistic numbers, because this is a shoe that came out like 2 weeks ago, right? Like, in internet times, that is ancient information. Nobody cares anymore. But over time, I'm thinking that's probably where these numbers will settle. And that's like not immediately. That's not in the next couple days. That's like in the next couple weeks. You know what I mean? I should have opened the other side. I knew that going into this, but whatever. So, because I thought maybe the other side would not be so weird about it. I'm in there now. No turning back. Not at all. So, when these came out, this was the same day as the tie-dye ones. This here Nike box, same Nike box that you've seen in a lot of cases on here, alongside, and then same information that you've seen many other times on here as well. So, yeah, these came out the same day as the tie-dye ones. I wanted those more. So I clicked on those, so well, that entry's in, and then I navigated my way over to another tab or another window, whatever. Clicked on these eventually, clicked buy, just to see what would happen, right? Because normally, like, in all that time that passes, that 6 seconds, you're almost guaranteed not to get something on sneakers. But somehow this happened. And the crazy thing is that when I did click buy, it was like payment failed or error submitting process. Whatever random error it gave me, I was like, yeah, well, whatever, screw it, I don't care anyway. But then I got an email saying, hey, your order went through. And I was hoping that it was the other thing, the ones, and it was not, it was these. But we're gonna see how these look. Let's just see how they look. Okay, there's that. What's going on there? Is that, okay, that's fine. You know, sometimes when you look at the material of something, you think there's a problem until you realize that that's just how that looks. That's what you just witnessed right there. So what does this say? Air Max 90 SP Total Orange and Black. See, they put orange on there. They couldn't put it on those recrafted 90s. What's the difference? Okay, alright, cool. So these here. What is this, like the Orange Duck Camo is also the name of these? Something to that effect. Okay, just seeing how everything looks. Everything seems to be looking fine. So, that being that, this one's got all kinds of crap hanging around it. It's got the, let me keep that up here so I remember to at least talk about it. Anyways, let's get this going. It is now review time on this right here, the Air Max 90 in the Orange Duck Camo colorway, right? Also known as Total Orange, if you want to go by what the box says. So, overall, not looking terrible, right? I mean, I guess it depends on how you feel about camo and stuff, but whatever. Starting with the bottom. So there you have the typical outsole that you're going to see on your bulk of 90s, right? I can't think of one that doesn't look like that. They got the little squiggly part in the middle, you know, broken up with the little black bits on the sides near where the shark fin air bubble thingy is. And then as we move over here to the midsole, You see that's the same styling that you're going to see pretty much everywhere. Nothing fancy here. You got some white, you got some black, you got some orange. There's that. Now we move on to the upper part here, and this is where it's a little different than I expected, though honestly I'm not sure what I expected. So you look at the camo, right? Because that's the big thing about these. It's the camo. And this material is rough. Like, I don't know what it's made of. I don't know if they all feel like this. I do know that I don't like it though. So there's that. But it's strange. I'm not even sure what to compare it to. But it's there, right? So maybe then the close-up pictures, that'll kind of help you see what I'm seeing, but we'll see. If not, I guess watch any of the other 5 million reviews that are out there on these. So moving on to the toe box here, I do like the vibrant orange that they went with on there, and that's the super soft mesh that you find on most 90s. Moving on up, you got the black areas here kind of holding in the laces, as is often the case. Under that, you've got a little bit of that camo line around there to bottom things out. Moving further back to the rest of the shoe, you've got the swooshes on both sides. No real difference there on either one. It's the standard, not quite leather, but something that'll make you kind of think you're touching leather. That material, fake leather, I guess you could call it. And then here, and then of course on the opposite side, you have the black tab with the Air Max written in there, because that's the standard thing as well, much like what you see on the back. Same sort of material as on the side, just on the back, and a little bit bigger, but still giving you the same idea, branding. So moving past that, a little above it anyway, you've got that area that's meshed out as well, kind of like what you found all around the toe, and that's just kind of there giving you a little nice soft plushness around your ankle, so that's kind of a cool thing. I do like that orange sock liner they have going around. And while we're talking about sock liners, let's talk about what they lead to, which would be this Nike Air on the inside on the insole. Now what we did skip over would be the lacing, right? Now these laces that are on here are white, as you can see. I don't like that personally. There's a pair of orange laces in this other shoe. Oh, there's also some black ones. That's cool, right? So I feel like either of those would be better. Probably the black would be best, but you know, I got a slight bias towards black things as a black guy, it just happens. But anyway, so moving on, you got this also hanging around over here, the Nike tab thing, hang tab, whatever. Some people like those things, I'm indifferent to them. But anyway, so yes, you got the white laces. Moving back to what we were talking about, right? So also at the top of there, you have the standard tongue styling that you have on most of them. So in this particular case, it's going to be just the orange square with the black letters, and behind that a better feeling camo print, right? This one feels like it's painted on just to a normal tongue almost, whereas the outside, I'm still not sure how to describe that. It almost feels like maybe certain types of work boots or something, but it's just some very rough feeling camo. So it kind of makes me think that these might be a somewhat durable shoe if you were to go wear this wherever you care to wear this, that it might, you know, be somewhat resistant to getting scuffs or scratches, but at the same time, I wonder if it would just put a scratch in this paint job, and that would probably be worse. But whatever. So overall, this shoe, looking at it, taking it for what it is, I'm not a huge 90 fan. I've said that before, right? I like them. They're okay. They're not bad. But other Air Maxes just beat them out as far as preference goes. So they lose a few points in that sense, in a way. But they're all camoed out, and that makes them lose a whole lot of points, because I just don't like camo, personally. It seems to be a well-done shoe, right? So there's that for it. If you're into that, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. And these are likely going to my brother, because he's kind of into the whole, he likes the color of orange. He's kind of into hunting or fishing or something nowadays. Fishing, I think. So I'm thinking he's going to enjoy these whenever I give him them. Probably going to sit on these until like Christmas or something, honestly. So that way, you know, I can not have to buy anything later, right? And I'll just have these. Be ready to pull them out and go, hey dude, look at these. And then when he gets them and he wears them, people will go, oh wow, those are cool. Because his friends won't know anything, and they'll look for them and they won't be able to find them because they're all sold out. So then he can have some cool points or something like that. be the big fish in the small pond up there in Vail, Colorado, or wherever. Anyways, that is enough for me. I've said everything I need to say except for the stuff about the sizing. I'm not putting these on because these are not going to be my shoes, but they seem like they're the same cut as the last pairs of 90s that I've had. And if they are, that means that they're going to be a true to size fit like those other 90s. So if you're looking for a pair, get your normal Air Max size, right? Because again, that's how I feel about 90s overall. And now I believe we are done, right? Right, covered everything, covered all the extra stuff over here, covered these stupid white laces. All right, cool, yeah, so we're good. So again, to anybody that happened to pass through that live that I was doing earlier, I really appreciate that. Had a really good turnout as far as like people in the chat, people on the panel. Yeah, and got some ideas for other things to do, so might have some other live shows coming around, which is gonna be pretty cool, But for now, we are done, so we're gonna go our separate ways. Have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. I am going to probably watch some Mr. Robot or something. I don't know, because, well, no, I gotta edit this video. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Later, people.